And welcome back to the greatest show on earth. I'm joined today with my lovely co-hosts, Daniel and Adolfo. And today we're going to be talking about The Mandalorian, Season 3, The Spies.
It's the episode 7, the penultimate
episode. Best episode so far.
Oh, yes.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up for sure. Way better than the filler episodes.
This is what the season should have been from the beginning.
Hey.
Like more of this.
Well, it's more leading up to this, right?
Yes.
Because
more build up to this.
Yes. Because honestly, this all felt rushed because we even talked about it. We talked about it beforehand. Bo just got the Darksaber all of a sudden, and now it's like it leads to this, right?
Yeah.
This is what it's leading to.
Yeah.
Her getting the Darksaber just did not feel earned.
No.
So that's why it feels off, because like we only have one episode left, and all this is
gonna get crammed into.
Yeah. Hopefully it's like an hour-long episode.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think it's the shortest. I think it's gonna be like 47 or 43 minutes, honestly.
Yeah,
bro.
Like 42, I think is what I saw.
So we were watching a video from Nerdist, and pretty much a Mandalorian has 6 plot points.
It's just a lot.
By the way, spoilers.
Oh yeah, spoilers. Look, if you haven't seen the episodes by now,
whenever we do episodes or shows, spoilers.
Pretty much we have 6 plot lines that we'll go over them and see which ones are probably going to get resolved or which ones are not. So the first one, the quest to reclaim Mandalore.
So that one's the obvious one for this episode,
yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. We spend this episode on Mandalore and we find out
it's a trap.
It's a trap.
Yeah, well, that's what it felt like, right? It felt like
it felt like a trap.
Now, this episode is called The Spies. The Spies. So referring to more than one spy, because we already know the obvious spy, right?
Plural, multiples.
Who's the obvious spy is
Kane.
She's the obvious spy. We open up with her on Coruscant with that droid coming down. Looked like it reminded me of Space Odyssey. 2001: A Space. Yeah, because of the red eye. Like the red was really prominent.
That whole beginning scene reminded me of Blade Runner.
Yes, that too.
Because Blade Runner is very like futuristic and like floating cars and
the rain and
the dark alley shots with the rain. I legit for a second thought I put Blade Runner on. I was like, is this Blade Runner? I saw Kane and I was like, no. It's her.
Is this our first like actual scene with Moff Gideon? Like, did we see him?
No,
we haven't seen him yet, right?
This is our first.
Drop. That's pretty much the second major plot point that we have to like hit is Moff Gideon's escape. They were teasing it throughout the season, and now we kind of understand. Like, we get a little bit of he's on Mandalore. We don't know that right away, but he like when he's having that speech with his round table of other warlords. Yes. Thank you. Oh my God, dab me up, baby. So that's the second major plot point is Moff getting the escape, and also I felt like that got rushed. Because all of a sudden,
because we didn't even see it or anything, we just see the what's left behind of his escape.
Yeah. Like the one thing that really we saw during the season was when that fighter pilot goes to look at the wreckage.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
I think now the Mandalorian best car that we saw wasn't to frame the Mandalorians. It was because he had it on him too. From the mines.
See that? No, that makes more sense.
Yeah, no, it definitely.
They look badass though.
It's coming together. Yeah, dude.
The clones and
isn't that suit? The suit, isn't that from like the sequels, like the Phantom or what's the lady's name?
The Dark Trooper.
Phantom of the Opera.
Isn't that her name? The one that goes up against Finn in the first episode. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
she has she's recognizable because she's different from all the other clones.
She's built.
Yeah, she is built, but like her armor too is built.
Yeah. I don't think it's her specifically.
No, but I'm saying like it looks like it has
like the same design.
Same design. Yeah.
I thought the one that fought Finn was like silver, but it's
it is silver.
Yes.
It is silver.
It's
like a shiny like gunmetal type
of.
It is.
But it's the same design and build.
A little bit of this. Oh yes.
It looks badass though. Even though when the red ones came out, the 3 red ones.
Are we surprised to see Moff Gideon on Mandalore?
No, I think it comes together because I do believe the theory where the Empire was feeding propaganda saying that Mandalore was destroyed, and this brings into the title The Spies, because I do think there's one other spy within the Mandalorians that was
feeding them intel.
Yeah, no. Feeding them intel, but making the propaganda actual believable. You know, they're
to like tell them it's actually destroyed and not livable.
Like the source. Trust me, bro. Hey, for real, man. Like it's not like
believe me.
I'm a Mandalore, bro. Or I'm a Mandalorian.
Do we know who it is?
Well, so we have three major potential spies, right?
Yeah.
So the first
one, it should have been me.
Who?
It's not Paz. We know that.
Oh my god,
It's not Paz.
dude, that was the saddest.
That was like the way they ended that episode, and I was just like, wait,
He
that's
just
it?
left his
I need
poor
more.
son
I need
behind.
more.
Is he for sure dead?
Yeah, I think he's
dude, they
dead.
stabbed him
They
like 3
stabbed
times.
him 3
Fuck,
times.
bro.
and
People get
he got
stabbed
shot to
all
death.
the time.
I saw that coming once he was like,
Yeah.
he was making his last stand. I was like, no.
Dude,
No.
when he didn't start
Plus-
backing out with everybody, I was like,
plus the little circle that she made, there was no way his big ass was gonna fit in there.
I was like, you did this to yourself, Bo. Like, you should have made that circle.
Yeah, should have made it bigger.
You probably looked at that hole and was like, yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
not.
I'm not going through it.
I'm not going through there.
Yeah.
But we do have 3 potential spies. The armor. We'll go through who we think more likely to least likely, but we got the armor. We got that. I forgot his name, but the leader before Bo came in.
Yeah,
the guy
the guy that became
The one who hangs out with
with Sasha.
That one chick.
Yeah, that's not her name anymore.
Yeah, it's Monet. Monet. Yeah, the guy. I forgot his name. I wish I knew his name.
The one who fought
He has a
Paz.
name, right?
He
Yeah,
fights
the
Paz.
one that fights Paz.
Should I look up his name or should we just?
Nah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll let people correct us.
In the comments below, baby. And then the third potential spy is the people in the
Grogu.
pirate ship.
Yeah, the ones who were already on Mandalore.
Which randomly, like, you
I was
know.
gonna say, yeah, like how? Yeah, what do they do?
So let me get you guys' thoughts. I want to know, from most to least likely spies, who is it?
the guy, the armor, and then the
Pirate people?
pirate people.
I'm gonna say the armor. Like we've seen too much of the armor of this
Yeah.
season. To
I was gonna
where-
say, I'm surprised. I was surprised when she volunteered to go down into the pit too.
Well,
Yeah.
even more surprising is she volunteered to go back.
Yeah, to go back.
Yeah.
So she volunteered to go?
But even the guy dipped too. He said,
Oh, he was already, he wasn't there originally, I thought.
he was.
The guy?
Yeah, he went
Yeah,
down with them.
he went down with them.
And then he went back? Or?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they were
when
like,
they got ambushed, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go warn the others," and he
yeah,
did.
because he saw the hole up in the cave or whatever.
Well, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but every time they show the armor, they always play music, like spooky music.
Yeah.
Yeah, spoopy.
Yeah, spooky.
Yeah,
So I don't
spooky.
know if it's a red herring.
think about it. Like the armor volunteered to go down there and then volunteered to come back up.
To go back.
I think that's because the armor is a spy, so
she knew it was gonna be an ambush.
She knew. She's like, I'll go down there, but I'm not gonna get ambushed because I already know there's an ambush set up.
I'm gonna
Seems
throw this
plausible.
out there. Tell me if I'm crazy, and it's just the podcast talking. You know how when you create a podcast, you just say out of pocket shit.
Grogu's the spy.
No.
Make that a TikTok.
It's the robot.
Yeah,
the robot's actually.
When Anakin crossed off his name, he was like, "But Grogu, I need you to do me a solid in 17 years, in like whatever, how long?" No, Bo-Katan.
You think so?
Well,
You think she's a spy?
I think the only reason why she could possibly be the spy is because she gave Moff Gideon the saber originally, right? So she already tried to give up, which as a Mandalorian, you don't give up.
Yeah.
You fight until your last breath. Like legit, when she said that, all the Mandalorians were surprised. And that's why everybody
Yeah.
in the comment section saying that Bo-Katan deserved the Darksaber, Bo-Katan deserves to be the ruler.
Yeah.
Everything that she's done so far, I said the opposite.
See, I don't.
So
I don't
you
know.
think she surrendered? She made a deal.
Dude, it could be, bro. Honestly, I think it was the way that Din gave her the saber was, dude. I don't know, bro. I'm just saying everything.
don't sit right.
It don't sit right.
I just feel like Moff Gideon and Bo have a conflict of interest.
Why?
So they both eventually want to rule Mandalore.
Yes, you're right. Well, does Moff Gideon want to rule Mandalore? I feel like he just wants a saber for
No, he
power.
wants-
He
Still
just
rule.
wants, I think he just wants to rule the planet without.
Mandalorians.
Yeah, without.
But he does want to rule Mandalore. Mandalore
Yeah,
is
because
the
for
planet.
its resources. You
Yeah,
are right.
yeah,
Yeah. He does want. He wants to.
So I think
Yeah.
as much as
You think
they,
he's gonna come to blows.
it's just too much of a conflict of interest. I feel like. But if it is Bo-Katan, then I wonder how they'll spin it. You know, like
Well,
what
they'll
was the
spin it
reasoning?
easier for it to be Din versus Bo, because we keep saying this, and honestly, this past episode kind of left it for us to be wrong.
Do you
Yeah.
think she's gonna come out and say like she surrendered and made a deal for them to survive so that she can plan and regroup and
Yeah, like
take
come up with
over?
like a BS excuse
yeah,
or something.
Yeah.
So
Like I did all this for us. I know
Yeah.
you guys won't see it that way, but this
Yeah,
is
and
what I
then
did.
Din just kind of sees right through her. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
cap. Like that's cap.
Yeah.
I could see that.
No, I agree. No, I
yeah,
do.
I agree.
I'm just saying, like, that's why I brought up Bo, just because,
Yeah.
like, she has motive.
She
has the means.
She got something going on.
She has
She
the
has the
means,
means.
and she has the motive, honestly.
Yeah,
Because
I
I feel she already
Right.
got duped by Moff Gideon once. It's possible for her to get duped again. Thinking that
Yeah.
he will actually.
fool me once.
Yeah, shame on you.
Fool me twice. Shame on me.
And then what does Bush say? Fool me 3 times.
Can't get fooled again.
What, is that from a song, right? Kanye?
No, it's
No,
J. Cole.
J.
Oh, J.
Cole.
Cole. It is J. Cole. You're right.
I don't know why he used that version. He said Bush says it's so slow.
So the third plot point that they're trying to, that for the season.
Yes.
Or I guess for the whole show is a cloning program.
Yes.
We kind of got a little bit about the name Project Necromancer.
Yeah.
Moff doesn't really care about Grogu.
No, not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird because that's what he cared about in like the earlier seasons. Like that's why he
first
captured
season,
him.
Yeah. So now what does he does he already have the information that he needs at this point, I guess?
I think he does.
Like he doesn't need Grogu because
I think he doesn't need Grogu anymore. I don't even think he needs a doctor, to be honest, because even he says
They captured him and
they captured him. His information's lost. So like.
So
that guy's
do we
pretty-
think the cloning program is going to get resolved next episode, or is that just for future?
I think they're just.
it might be like
I think it's
thing,
future.
yeah. They're gonna put it on the back burner
Because like we said, it's just so many things left unanswered for
From the
one
first
last
two
episode.
plot points that we have.
Yeah.
Because the fourth plot point, I also don't think is going to get answered this next episode, which is Grogu following in the footsteps of Tar Vizsla, being a Mandalorian / Jedi.
Yeah.
That's also, I guess, a little plot point that we got going on. Because at first I thought it was going to be Din, but I feel like that's a red herring that the Mandalorian isn't Din. It's actually Grogu.
I think they're gonna put that on the back burner too.
Yeah, there's too much for that to
happen this next episode in like 43 minutes.
Could you imagine just this next episode, you randomly see Grogu like wielding the Darksaber?
Yeah.
Also-
Without any previous indication of him having any interest, or even if we would have seen like a scene before of like
him holding it, or
him
just like moving it,
him like moving it with the force.
Yeah,
or
like
something.
Bo, like the saber goes down and then he picks it up with the whole robot
something,
thing
there's something,
with
yeah.
Grogu seems so weird.
Yeah, like
I don't know. They just threw it in there.
They just threw it in there.
I remember I told you if they were gonna bring him back. I don't like it.
Yeah, they
I
brought it back.
I don't like the way they brought him back.
I feel like so like I do understand like Grogu looks weird walking around like by himself, but I think that's the charm in it. You know
Yes.
that we know it's a puppet. Like it looks off, but I don't care because that's how Star Wars looks.
Is,
It looks like I don't care if it looks like a puppet. I understand
well,
what.
he's a little child. He's a little child.
Yeah, he's a little kid. Yeah, the way that they put him in the robot just seemed off to me.
Yeah,
100%.
it's
like
just
the way
like
they put him in. Or
Well,
no,
the way,
it's
like-
just it's a cop out.
Yeah,
It's a
like
cop
he's
out.
walking around in the robot and like it's just I'm like, bro,
Yeah, come on.
what are we doing?
I like how he says no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Needs a maybe button.
Yeah. Needs a vete a la verga.
Sabes
Get some
contar, no
cuss words
cuentes
in there.
conmigo.
He needs a.
Oh, he can make the robot. Fifth plot point.
Well, the fifth and sixth plot point are kind of they're not really to resolve. They're more to set up the sequels.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have the New Republic's ineptitude to like do anything right.
And that we've seen throughout the whole
Yeah,
season.
like there's with Kane just being able to abuse her power. With that,
Yeah.
I forgot the cameos guy's actor's name, but him not wanting to support.
Yeah, not
Navarro.
to send
Navarro.
reinforcements and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
The ineptitude, and this goes into the sixth plot point of the rise of the First Order, and we're seeing the warlords coming in. Like we saw his brother or his dad, I guess, in the show, but it's his brother in real life, Hux's.
Oh, General Hux.
Yeah, General Hux's dad is the guy that was to the left of Moff Gideon.
Yeah, he's the one who was like questioning him the whole time.
Yeah.
No, it's confusing as fuck.
Why?
no, I got it. But that guy's dad's brother was
Well,
the guy.
in real life, they're brothers.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
the show, that's his dad.
Yeah. I got the whole thing. That's why
No,
I
I
was like,
understood it, but he made it sound like confusing.
We got there, but the way you got there,
Yeah. We took a little.
a little detour.
He used the wrong formula. We got the right answer.
So we have a lot of things going on with the Mandalorian. That do you feel like it's too many plot points?
Absolutely.
Like
Wait,
that they're trying to.
Yeah, they're
Way too
juggling
many
way
plot
too
points.
much.
And I feel like that's why this season had a little bit of a disconnect because they were honestly trying to either sprinkle in things for all these plot points or try and set
Yeah.
something up. And it got to the point where I was like, what? Like, what's the end game?
yeah,
You know
what's
what?
the end game? Yeah.
What are we working towards? Like, is it gonna be Bo versus Din? Is it gonna be Bo, Din versus Moff? Is it like we barely saw Moff Gideon this episode
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it Bo Din versus Moff, and then it's gonna be Bo
versus.
Din.
Well, I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna say at first it's gonna be Bo and Din versus Moff, and then it's gonna be Bo versus Moff versus Din in a 3-way. Because
Oh,
because
little
I think Moff is gonna reveal in the final moment that him and Bo had a secret
They were
deal.
like-
They had like a
Yeah, but then he betrays Bo, so then Bo has to go against him. But then Din is gonna be like, you know what? I can't trust you anymore, Bo.
Yeah.
It's over.
They were in cahoots this whole time.
And then Dave Filoni did say that we are in for a surprise. So I think somebody's dying. A lot of people are saying Din. I'm saying Bo.
Do you think?
The
I think
armor.
Bo. I think Bo.
The armor. Yes. We haven't even talked about the armor. We have, but like, what do you think's gonna happen to the spy? I do think.
What does she do? It. She only does the armor. That's the only thing she does.
Yeah.
She doesn't fight. She doesn't do that.
That's why,
except for the one guy she killed with the hammer.
That's why she could also be the spy, because who would be doing the armor for Moff Gideon?
That's true.
But where will she find the time? Is that what everybody's saying too? Like,
Where would she?
no, because like we've seen her like.
How does she send it to?
Yeah, like where do you know? Like how?
Pony Express.
How? Where, Dwight? Where?
Where? Think you know where.
Good episode.
Great episode.
Great episode.
Great episode.
Like I said, we have a lot of things juggling around. It's gonna honestly, I do think it's gonna be a little hard for them to wrap it up.
I think so too. I think it's already kind of blown up in their face, but I think the ending is going to be so messy, and there's going to be
so many things revealed that I'm like, bro, let it sit.
Well, not even revealed.
I feel like they're gonna reveal too much. That is it gonna be another season? The next season is gonna be like
I think
we're gonna anticipate too much again.
Yes, I think they're gonna reveal too much to where it just leaves more questions and answers in a bad way.
Well, people were saying, so the way that season 2 ended was that Din let Grogu go.
Yes.
He got the Darksaber. So for all that to just like not matter because Grogu's back and now the Darksaber's back with Bo, like if you know, like
it diminishes the value
of season 2 finale. Yeah. So now season 3 finale, I'm like, are we just gonna redo the same plot points from season 2 finale where Din gets the saber back and then he realizes that he needs to let Grogu go? You know, like what are we?
Grogu go.
You know, like what are we doing right now?
What are we doing right now?
But this was a great episode. Andor still better.
Thanks for watching our review of The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 7, The Spies. Let us know what you think down below in the comments is going to happen for the season finale. And let us know, do you think Andor is still better than The Mandalorian? We'll see you guys next time.
This is
Adios.